something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away, come chase beach views and then every day. All I wanna hear is an visions that we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about.
Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I thought I'd come on because I know I've been setting up lives and then canceling them, setting up lives. Shout out to my replay gang. And I hope that you are having a wonderful week thus far. I hope that you are enjoying your Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend to you all. Yeah, so I came on because I had some things that I was going to go over, and the live that I did have set up to do yesterday, I canceled, but I was going to talk about the fall produce and all that good stuff. I haven't gotten into gardening and things of that nature, so I was going to talk about that, about gardening and, checking out if you're gardening and when do you garden certain stuff and all that things like that. So, yeah, so I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and thus far. And I am so excited. I have been enjoying my break thus far. And that's why I was like, okay, you need to sit back, relax, enjoy your break, which I haven't been because I've been enjoying watching all of, some of my faves, content creators and, other channels, watching different recipes and things of that nature. And then, just stuff like that. So let me share myself out. But one thing I am so excited about, guys, is the cooking competitions. I love cooking. You know that is like one of my favorite. What up, J Truth? What's going on? Hey, girl. Hey, what's up? What's up? Girl, I was just about to say, I was going to do a live on seasonal produce and things of that nature. And also talking about how excited I am for all of the cooking competition that's going on. It's so excited. I'm excited, and it's such a fresh of breath air to see. You guys know I love cooking. Okay. I am. And so I came on because I kept canceling lives, and just posting it on my community board. And I was like, you know what? You're not being fair to your subscribers. They're going to stop coming to watch if you keep posting a live and then canceling it, posting a live, canceling it, and all that. So as I was relaxing, because I got home yesterday, they let us go home early yesterday. So I was like, Lord, let me just go on. What's up? What you doing, J Truth, on this fine Saturday? It's hot. It's going to be hot. So, yeah, I am on break. So I just wanted to come through and chat up with my subs before I take my deep dive break because I'm due to come back. I believe it's in 2 weeks. So from my break. What's up, Foot Soldier? Hey, girl. Hey, how is your Saturday going? I hope that you are fine. So I just wanted to chat it up for a few before the cooking competition start tonight. Are y'all excited about the cooking competition? I am. I love cooking, so that is down my alley. You know what I'm saying? Down my alley, some good old cooking. I watched the pre cooking, the lasagna thing, and Bree was getting down in the kitchen. Joanna was getting down in the kitchen. Bree was really, really doing her thing too. That both ladies was doing her thing. So I'm excited to see where the competition is going to go. Y'all know I love me some food. Okay, I love me some food. I'm I'm good. I'm good. I'm relaxed. I came home and went right to bed, got in the shower, ate me a little bit of nibbles, and and got in the bed and I was just relaxed, just strolling through. I'm glad all is well with you. So I just wanted to chat it up with y'all, and I'm excited because this competition got me really, really ready to get back into my Zen mode and do some cooking and get back into the kitchen. Hey, Curvy Key. Hey, girl. Hey. What's going on, girl? I've been seeing you over there doing your shorts and everything. I've been over there. It was good seeing you over at Rimrocks live yesterday, so that was good. Good seeing you, girl. I hope you having a blessed Saturday as well. But yeah, so are y'all excited for the contest or what? What y'all think about the contest? I think it's something that is a fresh of breath air over there. I know I heard that they used to do cooking competitions over in the B sector before, so I'm this is good, good and refreshing, to see everybody in the element and actually see what they give, watching everybody prep their food. Listen, I'm a foodie, so it's all J True said. I would love to see some cooking videos. Yes, I got tons of cooking videos on my channel, J Truth. I do love cooking. And it just became exhausting, especially when, we used to do like premieres and all of that stuff. We used to do like, especially the holidays, we all got together and came through doing the pre-season dishes, bringing them out. So we used to get together as a collective and then do premieres and stuff like that before the holidays, giving people ideas on what to cook and bringing it. And I'm ready to get back into the groove of things. It just takes time. Now, I haven't done much live cooking, so I want to experiment more with the live cooking, and I want to get more experience. So shout out to Chef Antoine. He really brought that element to me, and I was like a nervous wreck because it's in real time, right? There's no cutting, there's no the anxiety level is high. You know what I'm saying? There's no cutting and clipping videos and editing and all that. It's just real live. What's going on, Miss Juicy Reviews? Hey, girl. Hey, welcome to the live. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Hey, Jackson Street 2300. Girl, you gotta forgive me, Jackson. When I come to your live, I don't be knowing what's going on. Everybody speaking to one another. I don't be knowing what's going on in the content. So I was asking questions and got confused with who you was talking about and all that. Girl, don't be minding me. I just be listening, and I don't know much about the KJ sector. So I thought you were talking about someone else, but yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I was just talking about the kind of the it's not a challenge. It's the cooking challenge, actually. So I was talking about that and how excited I am watching that. Hey, Demetra. Hey, girl. Hey. You welcome, boo girl. Listen, you know how we do. It is all, it's all good, girl. I just wanted to make sure that because I knew it was looking crazy. I knew that you said you was coming. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come up and chat. But I knew that when you would speak, and I knew that you probably missed some things because people were asking questions in the chat, and then people was responding. So no problem, Demetra. You know how it is, girl. You can read something and then it's like, oh, wait, what? And then I thought it was actually going to go on over into the competition. So I get why you was confused, and I didn't know they were ending it either. So that was good. So I just wanted to make sure you were clear, and I didn't want you to quit. Thank you. Thank you for cheering me out. I appreciate you. Yeah, I didn't want you to quit, girl. I wanted you to be in the competition. I knew that you went out and got your stuff. I knew you was ready. You was amped. You done did a pre-dish to make sure things was gonna go well. So I was like, oh heck no, drop the link, girl. Drop the link. You're welcome, Jackson. You're welcome. Yeah, I was like, girl, drop the link, girl, because you gotta stay in this. Because I want to be in there rooting it on and enjoying the competition with you. I want to see you in that element because I wasn't around Demetra when when you used to cook and stuff like that. So I've seen you do a lot of different things, a lot of different content. So I love cooking. So I wanted to see Lit Lane over there getting it in, honey. I wanted to see what Lit Lane gonna drop some cheese on that earth and do her thing. So I wanted to see that. So I was like, drop this link. Let me break it down so she can just forget about all that quitting stuff. I love the way you thought about it as a sport. Coming together as a sector, rather regardless of who you like, dislike, everybody coming in. It's like your favorite uncles and aunts and cousins and brothers and sisters at a table in the holiday time. And just yeah, people got problems, but when you come together, putting together these delicious dishes, that stuff is off the table. Yeah, the drama be later on after the night, after the alcohol start passing and all that good stuff. After everybody be bobblehead and get to come, but at that moment, everybody come together. And Demetra says your device is not connected. Demetra. Oh, okay. I see you, boo. Let me get Demetra happy. Hold on, y'all.
Hello, everybody. Hey, you know what? I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful for the people who support me. And I'm so glad that you went live, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it made me feel like I got somewhere to go too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about it. I am Liz Lane. I am captain of Team F, all these H's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I created that zone, and you got to live in that zone, right? So I'm not gonna ever cry baby about that, but sometimes, like times like this, it do make it feel like I'm in an island by myself that I created myself, right? So I was just real glad that you came live, and I was like, okay, good. I can go sit over there somewhere positive where people I know like me, and I like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
And I really, really appreciated you coming up earlier to kind of help me calm down a
Yes.
little bit because I was all the way 1,000% off the rail. But I hate I did that, but I can't even take it back now, right? I can't take it back. I'm not gonna sit
Well,
here and
there's
just
nothing
say
to take back, Demetra. Let me say something real quick. There's really nothing to take back. It is so. I say this all the time in my videos. Anything. Listen, writing in chats, texting, and all of that stuff, and then people reading stuff from what they're reading. You don't know if they're saying it verbally to you or about something. They're actually reading in the chat. Listen, all of that stuff could be easily misread, and especially if you depending on what devices you watching from, and if you got all of the comments up, if you got some of them up, you might not see certain stuff. And then I was under the assumption, just like you, I thought the pre-show was going to move in to the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So I thought the same thing. But I got why they was doing it, because in reality, no one is going to sit there. She said 4 hours, her sauce take. That's a long time. So no one's going to sit there to watch a pot just simmering for 4 hours and stuff like that. So I did get why they did the pre-show, because the judges need to see what you're doing with your sauce in order to put it all together. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You can just come with your sauce and be like, bam, I did this earlier because it's going to take longer. No, I need to see what you did in order to, judge it. So I get
Well,
it.
they just allotted for the time to come on an hour earlier for another pre-show. Right. Now I was the one asked could they do that because it's like I feel somewhere in the middle, right? Because I'm also making a homemade sauce. And yes, I want people to see the time and effort I put in my lasagna. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why, but we already know, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yes, we know now.
But we already know that I was saying that I was going to need just like an hour or so, right? So now they got it then. But you know what happens is you say you're not going to watch nothing, but this is all I do. Like, this is what I do, period. Watch, right? So for me to say, okay, I'm not going to watch nothing so I won't get all in my head, right? That's like unrealistic. I'm always watching. That's what I do. My TV don't even never be on regular TV. It's always on HDMI 2 on the setup to stream it.
Yes.
So it was hard for me to tune it out. One part of me told me, don't watch so you don't get all worked up. And then the next part of me say, I gotta watch so I can keep an eye on people.
Well, I'm glad. Listen, that's why I hit the link because I said, I see you. I see Foot Soldier, your device is not connected, boo. Okay, I see you now. Let me make sure this is Foot Soldier. Okay. But I get it though. That's why I wanted to come up because I was like, let me calm her down. She is not quitting today, bitch.
Girl, and I didn't cuss out Almond Brown. I didn't cuss out Reese.
I ain't called you no B, girl.
Girl, I didn't cuss out people who've been supporting. Girl, I was just on a tangent. But hey, family, hey, everybody. But y'all know I'll be also like, if y'all know the pit crew, I'll be kind of like wound up, right? And so I'll be kind of like, I'm very competitive and cocky, and I push this self-confidence, right? Which I do have self-confidence. I'm gonna do my best and do well. But at the same time, to say that I don't be nervous, or at the same time to say I don't have a few like nagging little insecurities, I'm human. Of course I do. Right. And so all that together, it just exploded. Right. And so it is what it is. Hey, Foot Soldier, I'm gonna do good, y'all. I know y'all counting on me. I'm gonna do good. And I am.
Hey, Foot Soldier. Hey, hey, boo. Hey, family of Six Rocks. Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, but that's why I got up there because I said, she is not taking this away from me. I want to see Lit Lane cook some stuff because that's down my alley. I said, oh, hex no, girl. We is not having that drop that link.
You have to stop looking for something to go wrong.
Yeah. Because, but you know what, Foot Soldier? I don't think it was that. It was just the momentum of that. She came up there and said she'll be back like later, and then it was kind of like shut down. Like after after a minute shut down.
Kind of confusing.
Yeah,
it was a little bit. It was a little bit because she thought she had a chance to come like, okay, I don't need the whole 4 hours, but I'll come back like 2 hours before the competition so I could come and do my sauce. So she thought, and we did think that it was going to roll into, but when it didn't, but I understood what was going on. But Blake, listen, I'm not a participant though. So that it may have I knew what was going on, but as a participant, I probably would have felt some way a little bit in saying, wait, hey, you're going to see my show? But she probably left already after she saw whatever was being said in there already on her.
No, I was going to hit the link and ask about it, right? But the whole thing just ended. I was like, what the hell? And then, is that Dear Self up here? I like that.
Yeah, that's Dear Self.
Okay, Dear Self.
That's cute. Sorry, let me take the banner down. Sorry, y'all.
No, the banner down, I think, yeah.
No, it's hold on. Let me take it down. Yeah, that's Dear Self.
Yeah, but it's cool. Cool. Hey, it is what it is. And like Foot Soldiers know too. Y'all know me. I am a highly emotional person. I'm doing way, way better, right? I'm way more calmer more often, right? But I'm still got that all that in me. You know what I'm saying? I still can just, and instead of just like I just react in anger instead of like reacting kind of calmly. And then what happened was it felt like people was, it started being like I get mad at myself for going off on a tangent, right? And becoming so overly emotional that people can't hear what I'm saying. And then what really pissed me off when it seemed like people try to make it seem like I'm coming out of left field. So when you came up, it helped, and yourself and everybody came up, it helped to kind of show that I wasn't just coming from left field, right? And that people was saying these things. Like they even talked about it on the other platforms. I wasn't just saying nothing and making it up, So I'm just glad, I already knew how it was going to be as far as the opposition and the competition. I'm not worried about that. It's just about, dang, let's not make it just totally not even across the board. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, but I'm happy you live. I didn't mean to make this
I'm glad. Listen, I'm just glad that was, you're back in it. I'm glad you're excited. I know you done spent your money. You know what I'm saying? I know that, Lit Lane have already stepped out and, did their contributes and stuff like that. Right. So I'm glad that this wasn't all a waste and we could see some tasty cooking over there.
Yeah, I'm going to do Lit Lane proud. I'm going to do Lit Lane proud. All the advice I got, all the tips I got, I listened. I remember everything people wrote on my community wall, told me to do. I'm ready.
I'm glad. And I'm glad because that's what I wanted to calm down because I said me writing in this chat right now ain't gonna do nothing but get me cussed out. Because listen, baby, you was on it, and as you can see, I wasn't letting up. I don't hear what you're saying. This is drop the link. That's when I just stopped talking because I said, these words that's coming off of this keyboard is not good enough. She needs to hear Jill's voice saying, come back to me, girl. Come back to me.
Girl, and I was so embarrassed. I was screaming, hollering, spitting, crying. Girl, I did the most. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Armor Brown, girl. Look.
Oh yeah, I cussed her smooth.
Child, I felt so bad for Armor Brown. I said, I'm gonna hit this link. I don't care if she cursed me out today. I'm still gonna hit the link because I said, girl, you going left. Wait a minute, come back here to me.
I'm gonna give her a direct. Don't make me cry laughing, girl. And girl, and it's the people like I know that be for me. That when I feel like they going against me, I really let have. So I just had to calm down. I'm so glad people get me. That don't mean excuse me, but at least try to understand.
Hey, Chef Farmer's Wine. Hey, boo.
So I'm gonna be quiet. Oh, Chef Farmer's Wine ain't got no shirt on.
Chef Farmer's Wine, that's my bro. That's my boy right there. Chef Farmer's Wine in the building. One of my mods.
I'm talking about wait.
So, dear self, where you in? So, what you got for us, Foot Soldier? What you wanted to say? Because I know you was.
Nothing. Nothing too much. I mean.
Girl, I'm gonna be dragging my ass off after this show. After the competition, I'm gonna have fun and what's the word? Relax, relate, release. Right? So it's gonna be all good. And guess what? The beef sector is sectoring, right? Actually, the beef sector is sectoring.
It's doing what it gives. Rather the contact. Look, I thought that in my mind, right? I said, well, this is the beef sector. Even though this is something positive, this is something really exciting, but it wouldn't be. You gotta add a little tidbit. Look,
it's always gonna be some shit, right?
That's the missing ingredient.
That's the way it goes. I wanted it to not be me just set it off around this mug, but Leave it to Demetra, right? Leave it. But see, I'm glad that I already had my meltdown because that's what it was. I'm glad that I already had that. I'm already is out my system. Some things got cleared up, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and now, it could have just I could have had a whole complete meltdown in that damn kitchen.
Okay, so you got it
Exactly.
all out, right?
I'm
It's
I
all,
got
glad.
I got everything
all
out. I got
right.
all my
Yeah.
stuff
Okay.
organized. I got everything organized, like on my cat. You know what I'm saying? Everything
All right.
organized and neat and ready to go. I already came on early this morning. I tested my cameras and my tech stuff. So I am good. I am confident. I am
Uh-huh.
calm. And I'm back in my I really did join it to have fun and to talk my shit and
Okay.
represent the lane. And so now I'm back in the headspace where I can do that well.
I'm
Okay, so I'm
so
going back
glad.
to the chat then.
Yes,
Okay.
Soldier. I'm glad that she's kind of. Thank you for coming up, for Soldier. Did Self come back up? I'm glad that you got that out because I knew, in anything, in any true challenge and anything like that, because I did hear them say you were going to get. So I think you probably missed that part when they said, the other contestants are going to get a chance to, present they sauce. It's just that hers took 4 hours and ain't nobody got time for it.
How
You
did
know what
hers
I
Yeah.
take
mean?
4 hours when it was something from the can?
I'm gonna express why. So this is what I'm gonna say. Why? One thing is you need time for the wine to reduce. Okay, she only thing she did from the can really now only step that wasn't original from the scratch is fresh tomatoes. But once you start adding like wine and stuff like that, that's a recipe for failure if you just gonna go on there real quick and stuff because that's gonna have your sauce watery if you don't give it time to
Yeah, somebody
simmer
did
and
something
cook
that she didn't
down.
want to taste in it or something like that. But
So
I'm
yeah,
just
no, you have to have once you start adding wine and and tomato paste and all of that stuff, honey, that stuff gotta cook for at least I'm gonna give it that stuff have to cook down and reduce in combined with all the rest of the herbs and flavors. That you at least gotta cook that sauce for at least 3 hours because you
but
don't
she
want
might as
that
well she might
wine.
as
That
well go with her
wine
own
gotta turn
tomatoes then.
into, huh?
She should have just did the tomatoes. It's gonna take that long. I just would have went for the tomatoes. It's not that big of a deal than doing the canned
Well, if
tomatoes.
you want to win, you're going to do what you got to do,
So
right? You
I
want
see
to
people
win.
telling me to go get ready. I'm listening, Jill, from the crowd. And
I
thank
got
you,
you. Yes,
Jill.
go get ready, boo. No, but if you listen, what I'm saying is that stuff need time to cook down and reduce down and because you that wine need to, I want to say, mature in the cooking zone because wine is wine when you adding it to a dish. Wine also turns into a sweetener when you're cooking with it and
Mm-hmm.
adding, depending on what kind of wine you're using. But you got to give it
Right.
time to break down. So yes, you can't just boil and put that on high because then you're gonna burn up your sauce, your meat, all of that. You're gonna have to turn that baby down to
No,
the
it's not.
lowest.
It's not like it's gonna be good. But I'm just
Yeah,
like for all
you
of that.
gotta
Like,
let it
why do
simmer.
people use the canned tomatoes? I just want one for the whole tomato shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that far. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a breakdown or whatever because she did everything else like her little zhuzh to it or whatever. She might as well just. But nevertheless, I like lasagna, so I'm gonna be looking at everybody's shit with my little
Me
virtual
too,
fork
me too, girl. Hey,
out.
Shelly. But I'm gonna be honest though, dear self. When you in the mode and you thinking about, listen, that's some cash they got on the
Nah,
table
I'm
now.
telling
They got
nah.
some cash on their table. So I'm thinking
It's gonna
for
be
a
fun.
dish, even $250 is a lot for you to just be coming online playing around. Like I mean, this is just from what I'm looking at. $250 is a lot for you to just come
It
and
damn
put
sure
together a
is.
dish. And so I'm gonna bring my A game. So I probably would have did what I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have did what Bree did. I'm gonna bring my 100% A game. You know me, Chef Honest. Why? I'm going to listen. I'm gonna post it on my wall. It's gonna be on Pizarro's channel. What's her new name? I'm gonna post it for you, bro, so you can check it out. It's at I think she upped the time. Put it at 6:30.
Can't see it. J True, I can't see a lot.
What is it? What time is it, Demetra? Again? Oh, here we go. As Shelly said, it's at 7:30, but I think she changed it over at Lady Nika's, Shelly. I think she's going to start it a little earlier, so it's going to give the rest of the content. Yeah, she's going to do a pre to give the rest of the contestants a time enough so they could do their sauces. So I believe she pushed it to 6:30, I think. You want the link? Here's the link. Oh, to the channel? I ain't put no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be over. Oh, that's right. Demetra gonna be at her channel too, right? Okay, yeah.
Demetra,
I'm gonna post it when it goes down, bro. But shoot, I should have been in there, but I'm on break, so I'm kind of relaxing and trying to get myself together. I ain't had time to put together. Listen, my funds wasn't gonna go towards it. Listen, my lasagna is I'm gonna be cooking for my family. So I listen, that's $60-$70.
But you really do this, it would have been cheating. You really do this, so it would have been cheating. You should like
I wasn't gonna do it because I'm on break for one, two. Then I would have been really cooking for my family, really. And so my lasagna, that's $60. I ain't doing that, girl. I ain't had time, girl.
Oh, yo, I just wanted to.
I love it, but dear self. So what you wanted? That's what you wanted to say. That it was
for Demetra to get the fuck down because she's talking like get down. You need your head in the game. My head hasn't been in the game. Get in the fucking game. That's all I came.
Oh no, she in the game now because I had to go up there because I said, wait a minute, she talking about quitting? Oh heck, nah, we in this. Listen, I was like, no, this, and I knew it was a misunderstanding, but I was like, yeah, let me explain it a little better. And it turned out great. I'm glad she's in a headspan now where she is really ready to bring her game to the plate, okay, and do the damn thing. Because I'm excited. I can't wait. Oh, you can't hear? You can't hear this?
You can hear me. They can't. Because I'm talking to my computer, so you can hear me. They can't. So they can hear me just a little bit. So anyway, I'm dropping now. I'm making my money. All right, I told you.
Okay. Thank you for coming, love.
You don't gotta thank me. No problem.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. So I'm ready for tonight. So I will be posting that on here. So that's all I wanted to come on here. I'm glad that I see everybody in here doing a thing. It was good last week. It really was. Can you drop it for Shelly? Drop what? What you want me to drop, Shelly? Yeah, because I think they changed the time. I don't even think it's on it, but I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop when we get off of here and everything. You know we're going to be in the building, Chef Honest Wine. Listen, I can't wait until we do our cooking show, come back and do our little live cooking and stuff again. I'm ready. You know what? I was just telling them at the beginning of this that you were wetting my whistle of cooking live. And I really thank you for that because the anxiety, it seemed like everything always fell when it comes down to, cooking live and all of that stuff. I'm used to being, do pre-recorded, and I always switch up stuff when I'm in the game and when you're in the kitchen and in the momentum. So I always switch it up. You know what I mean? So I can't wait, but I definitely excited about this. I want to say good luck to all of the contestants. Last week with the baked macaroni and cheese was amazing. And that was so good that Rico won last week. That was with the time change. Oh, okay. I did post it up here. Somebody else had told me the time change up here. That they switched it because I think it's now 6:30 Eastern time. And I don't know about the other time. So 6:30 Eastern time. And somebody had just posted. But I'm all for it, baby. I'm gonna be in the building. And I want to say good luck to everybody because it's different when you on there. If you're a cut, it's different when you're on camera and you're trying to show everything. You're trying to explain stuff. You're trying to make sure people get what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. And me as a judge, I don't judge on because I like somebody or not. I'm hoping that's not what's going to go on, but I'm sure a lot of it goes on that way. But I'm sure I judge on the dish. You know what I'm saying? What you bringing to the table, what ingredients you are using, the presentation, all of that. When you in a contest, bring your A game. And Shelly asked me earlier, she said, now that Demetra's not on here, I can say this. She said, do it matter if you put extra dishes to your to the plate? Those points should be very little. Right. They're not going to take over the whole game changer of Shelly, come up here, girl. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not biased when it comes to voting. I'm all about the dish. You got to bring your area got to be what it's about. It got to be clean. You have to be precise. I need to know what I'm looking at. Like, I shouldn't have to guess what you adding to your dish and all of that stuff. When you have a presentation, you got your onions, you got your peppers, all of that stuff. That stuff should be visible, that people can see actually what you're adding in there, and that lessen questions while you're cooking, right? And the side dishes do bring a little bit more, what shall I say? It does give you points, but it should not be over. That's why it should be a point system going on while for the judges to go by. So it can't be biased. You feel me, J Truth? There should be a point system to how the judges judge because that's what stopped the bias from happening, to be honest with you. So when you're judging on the presentation, the ingredients, the methods, the cook methods, you know what I'm saying? You're judging. I know that's Shelly. Hey, Shelly.
Hey, Jill.
Hey, Boo. How you doing?
Hey, why didn't you join the challenge?
Hey, what's up, J Truth?
Yo, baby, what's up?
Hey, J Truth.
Hey, in my beauty boy's voice.
I'm not doing the challenge because one, I've been on break. I'm on break. Get my little woo-side zen on because I was a little burnt out from, like the cooking videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, because you do this for real, and that can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? The editing and all of that.
Right.
But so, I don't know if you get along with Ken or not, but I know we were talking, and he was saying he wanted to do like a men versus the women. And I told him, because he was saying that men couldn't enter over at Pizarro's. And I was like, well, why can't they? And then he was saying, well, she doesn't let straight men come up on her platform. And I forgot about that. And so.
Yeah, I was in your chat. I told you that's a great idea. I told you that when he
right. So I know that Mo said she would join if Ken was to do it. And I think he would have more than enough support to do it on his platform. So I think you should join one that's going to come up, at some point.
I don't watch. I really don't watch him, but I don't mind. Hey, if it's a challenge, it's all about yeah. Mhm. But yeah, it's a challenge. It's a show, and I could put things aside as for another reason. So yeah,
Yeah, a lot of the
I don't
challenges is
dislike
just
him
like
at all. I mean, I don't have no problem with him
yeah. So now it starts at 6:30. So
yeah.
mm,
So it starts, so what I was trying to say was, I think that's a great idea. That um I get it. I think at the momentum at the beginning of every challenge, there should be, you know how this goes, because you do stuff. You do things which keeps a schedule, right?
right.
It keeps a schedule, it keeps a balance. So for me, the only thing I feel like when you do challenges and stuff like that, there should be rules, there should be all that stuff set already so that there's no need for changes. You get what I mean?
Well,
There's
yeah,
no
I agree
need
with
for
that. And another thing I wouldn't be doing is letting people come up there that's not in the contest, especially if they don't
oh
want to
yeah,
participate in it and they just hitting the link to come up there and talk crazy,
no.
and stuff like that. That's a distraction. And also too, because the it takes away from the people who are actually cooking and preparing their meal.
Which
Um,
one, Chef Honest Wine? What menu you talking about? You talking about the one on Ken's channel that where you went, J Truth? Are you talking about the ones on Ken's channel that Shelly is talking about, Chef Honest Wine? Go ahead, Shelly. I'm
because
sorry.
the one tonight is a lasagna challenge, and the one that Ken would be doing, it would just be men versus women. I don't know what the dish would be, but there's enough men. You know what I mean? There's enough men and women to do it and to have it be fair. Like even for women and for men, because you
Yes.
still have to have the person hosting.
Yes.
The
So
show.
So that one thing I was mentioning is that it should be some rules. And as I was mentioning to Jay Truth, okay, boo. So okay, Jay Truth. So this is what I was mentioning about the judges to avoid bias at
Mm-hmm.
any means. There should be a number system. There should be what you call that. It should be set on what they are judging for. There should be
Yeah.
criteria of what they should be. So it should be presentation, ingredients, methods, of course the area,
Right.
cleanliness, and then the dish. The dish itself, which would include the presentation and then the ingredients, and then how you brought it all together. Now, when it comes to when you asked me earlier about sides, putting sides to it,
Right.
points should be given for sides, but the point shouldn't oversee the dish itself.
Exactly.
Little points, like one or 2 points, but it shouldn't overall take away from the dish itself. So you
Right.
should not have given somebody one because the way they dish look. No.
Because guess what? Brooks food, right? The lamb and the greens, the dessert and all that, that was a 11. Okay, so if the scale is 10, that was at a 11, but then her macaroni and cheese was at a 4.5. So I can't, within a good, clear conscience, vote for you to be number one with the macaroni and cheese, even though once it got all mixed up and all that other stuff, it didn't look, as bad, but it kind of did dry it out. So I do agree that with the whole presentation, and with presentation, it could be even a garnishment. It doesn't necessarily have to be a whole different side.
Exactly.
Put it together, or like lasagna, right? So if you put it in an aluminum pan, it's going to be hard to see what you did in between. So you're depending on cutting it and having that perfect cut. Some people don't even know that you can't just cut
you
lasagna
gotta let that rest at least for 15-20 minutes. At least I say the last is 15 to 20 minutes. That's the least I would say.
Right.
To let it set up, because you gotta let that cheese or stuff gonna be full. Look, I got videos with my stuff falling all out. That's why it looks crazy. Because you're cutting right into it because you're trying to hurry up and finish a video. Which in my head I'm thinking, girl, you ain't had to do this part. But you know what? When you're tired, you worked all day. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just got to get this video over with, cut into it. Look at this. Because let me tell you the most secret, though. The best cheese pull is when you let it rest.
Exactly. Because you have it like the polio string cheese type style versus having it. And what I had said was, okay, at first they said all the men last time were up at the top, right? And I was like, I disagree. I didn't feel that it was just all the men, right? But the reason why King Roman didn't make it to the top for me is because to me, his macaroni and cheese looked like he pulled it when it was piping hot. And then he had the other food with it. So that kind of took away from it. Not to say that his was bad. Now, first she had asked me to judge. And then she had asked other people. And then I was just like, you know, it's not a big deal to me. I'm still going to support or whatever. But for me, I would judge on everything. If your boob is in the pot of macaroni within my good conscience, I cannot, no matter how good your macaroni and cheese looks, if your shirt is inside the pot, I can't go with that. If you're not,
that's what I meant.
I can't go along with that.
That's what I meant by not presentation, about the prepping in the area. That's what I meant. When I say area, that means your prepping is how you cooking. Are you using? Now, I do have an issue with prepping, right? I think we had something called, we had a debate. I don't know who channel it was. I think it was on Miss Juicy Reviews. And we were talking about prepping food, right? And some people said that they grew up with their family always use gloves. My family ain't never always used gloves.
No, my family didn't always use gloves. They just always had clean hands.
Right. And so I'm saying this is where it goes left, because people see you start stirring and picking up stuff with your hands and not gloves on. They automatically like, oh, no, that's not. No, not when you're supposed to be constantly cleaning and washing your hands. You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't know about your family, but my family always put a little bit of that bleach. And please don't come for me in the chat. I ain't looking at the chat, but even now I wash my dishes with a little bit of bleach because I grew up that way. I don't know any other way to do it.
Bleach water. There's always a little bucket in the sink with bleach water. So first of all, that is when we put our dishes in the sink, it goes in this bucket or a stopped up sink that has bleach in it. So that's where our dishes be sitting in anyway. And then as you start washing, it changes up a little, whatever. But that's what I mean. So some people, I never see elders. I just started using gloves probably like what, eight years ago, something like that. And that's
you got somebody in the back.
Huh?
You got somebody in the back?
No.
Okay.
Wow, what happened?
Well, I heard a click. That's why I asked.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't see anything. But I know you would sound screwed. Shelly be on it, girl. She do not like, listen, you better have a Chris Mike perfect speaking, because Shelly would be like, I'm out. I can't take that.
But you know what? But you know what, Jill? I had a thought too, and I'll talk to Ken about it, right? Because he was saying he wouldn't even mind like being the one to host it, but I feel like because he cooks, right? I don't even have a problem with me being the person to host or do the men's versus women. I don't have a problem doing it, but it's his idea, so I would never take it and act like I came up with it. I would only do it and host it on my platform.
Or host it, and just have you as the
And I told him that too. He could have it on his show, and he could add me as a co-host in StreamYard the way I was telling y'all about. And that way he would still get the super chats, cash apps, or whatever. Because for me, it wouldn't even be about the money. But I think that would be cool, because one of the things that was a little weird to me is to see so many women that really weren't well versed in cooking. I thought that was strange to me. I thought it was a shame that the men really came and did such a great job, because I'm not used to really seeing men that can cook. You know what I mean? Like,
and to me, when you judge a certain dishes, look, for me, see, that's why I said everyone need a system of a chart of what the judges is to judge on, is because of what I just mentioned. You know, some people feel like you should have gloves on, you should have this and that and all of that. Certain things will take some of that stuff out. So, for example, Brooke had a beautiful setup, like her plate was awesome, all of that. She screwed up putting the marshmallows in.
Absolutely.
Some dishes don't need to be transformed. When I think of baked macaroni and cheese, or when I think of lasagna, now lasagna is different, because lasagna, you can have a veggie lasagna, right?
Right.
And lasagna is a one dish meal for me. I don't know about anybody else. That's all I need is with some salad and garlic bread, and I'm probably not going. I'm going to have a small piece. So lasagna is baked macaroni is not a one dish meal. That's a side dish. So that's where people get it mixed up. That's a side dish. That's not a meal. You can eat it as whatever, but baked macaroni and cheese is a side dish. So I don't need you adding too much to that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So baked macaroni and cheese is baked macaroni and cheese. What we want to see is your cheese. Now, when it comes to the lasagna, I need the sauce. That's what's important for me. You can use whatever cheese you have, but that cheese need to blend well and mesh well with it. Okay.
Well, what did you think about the sausage that you've seen so far? Because I definitely felt some ways about.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. Hold on.
Okay. Hey, Vibrant. And also, I think that I know Rick Reed had.
Okay, I'm back. So what you said? What did I think about the sauces?
Yeah, well, I mean, what did you think so far about the sauces? Because I definitely felt something so far, but did you feel something? Because I did. If I was the judge, I'm saying if I was a judge. So if you was a judge, this is not personal. We're just acting like.
Ooh, hey, Scorpio Mama. Okay, so the sauces that I saw so far. Brianna went in depth. She did indeed. I love the way she showed everything separately. She makes a lot of her dishes was separate. I mean her ingredients were separated.
Separated, right?
It all together. I love that she used the wine. That is so amazing. That was amazing for me because I frown on sugar in dishes. I do not use sugar in dishes. Welcome, Scorpio Mama. I thought that was amazing because that is the key to your sugar resolution, to your sugar. Wine is amazing to use and it's more healthier. I don't cook with sugar. And I love all the ingredients. So far, Joanna did a one pan span, which is nothing wrong with that because I always say there are different ways to cook one dish. I don't never make the lasagna the same every time I cook it. because it depends on the mood I'm in. It depends on the time I have. And um it depends on the audience that I am making the dish for.
Right.
So if I am doing something that is a holiday dish, it goes in. It goes in. I goes in. You know what I'm saying? If it's a holiday dish, I'm doing all the whistles, the blows, and all of that. And I may not add stuff because I like cooking with a lot of ground lamb. I love using ground
Oh,
lamb.
really?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
That is my go-to. I love ground lamb. That is my go-to when I'm making a lot of dishes that because I don't really like ground beef anymore. So I cook with a lot of ground lamb and a lot of ground turkey. That's me. But if I'm cooking for a family, I usually they don't know. They don't know. And it tastes delicious and it's the same.
Yeah, you one of those type of people like my mom and them that would give us deer meat and tell us that it's roast beef and then wait until after we eat it and then be telling us it's deer. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But if I already know the person, like big on, like my oldest daughter, she is not into the whole, different kind of stuff. Hey, Lions Bride, happy Saturday, boo. Hey. So my daughter is not into a whole lot of stuff. The oldest one, she switched it up after growing up and moving out of home. She is different. She doesn't like lamb and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So I do.
Yeah, I got one vegan, one vegetarian, and one that eat almost everything, but still kind of can be fussy about some stuff. So
right. So that's why I say it depends on the audience. It depends on what I'm making, holiday dishes, and we always cater to our people. So I may have this big old pan of beef for the holiday of beef lasagna, and then I'll have my household with my lamb lasagna, and go for it. So, yeah.
I want to say this, especially if this is something she's going to do.
What you thought about the sources you see?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. This is what I think so far, and this is something that I think she should take into consideration. If it's something she's going to keep doing going forward, which I think it should be spread out like maybe once a month, because too close back to back,
absolutely,
it just can be a lot for people to buy all this food or, donate or whatever, right? But I felt like with it, okay, so let me take it back. So I agree with everything that I just told you, but also I think that the person should have to say that when I made my sauce, you might not know the measurement because I come from old school where we don't always use measuring tools, but you'll say, I used a pinch of this and about a half a cup of this, so people know what's in it. So I love that Nika asked Joanna, what did she put in her sauce? She asked her that. So I think knowing what people use inside, that helps us to imagine what the taste might be like. So when Joanna said she put, what she said, ass kicking. Oh, I'm in the cuss. She said something slapping.
Yeah, slap your mama.
Right. I love spicy food, but I don't want a spicy lasagna.
So this is the thing. Let me say that to this, right? There is a search. I love spicy food, but there is such a thing that it gives it a kick, but it's not hot. It's not as spicy to where you'll stay where your tongue is like, woof. You get what I'm saying? But it adds flavor. So that's what people need to be careful with, because slap your mama, it comes in now. They make it in all different kind of flavors and style. Hey, Rimrock, thank you. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to the live. You are already welcome to the channel. You already know. Hey, Rimrock. Thank you for comment. But when it comes to stuff like that, I don't want people to think of heat all the time. It's about that flavor. And then long as they're not overusing that that to be
Yeah, I put crushed peppers in a lot of my stuff, which to me doesn't make it like hot. It just gives it a little kick. So it kind of depends on.
But for me, if I was her, I wouldn't. I don't cook with accent at all. That's too salty, and it's MSG. So yeah, if I'm being real critical, I do not cook with accent. I've been outgrew stuff like accent and all-purpose seasonings and all of that stuff because of one MSG and two of the saltiness. I enjoy my food so much better. I do when I stop because that's what I grew up on. Of Laurie's, I grew up on Laurie's.
Right.
Laurie's and accent, and that stuff took away from your veggies and things of that nature because that is full of sodium. That's all it is. So I would have never used two of those. So that would have been my no for her using the accent in the Creole season because that is salty. Slap Your Mama is very salty as well. I do like using it because of the Creole when I'm making dishes, but it is salty. It's salty.
Yeah. So
I would use both.
Yeah, the seasoning, that was a good point you made there. I do think that her some people were saying that her sauce, I felt her sauce was too thick if it's just supposed to be sauce. But I make my spaghetti, I'm sorry, I make my lasagna sauce kind of thick, but I also make mine all together. So I don't know if that's what she was doing or if that was her quote unquote sauce, because it sounded to me, or what I thought, that Brianna was doing her separate. You know what I mean?
What
so
you
I
mean?
don't know. As far as like when Brianna said she was making her lasagna sauce, she added some ground beef to it. But my thing is, I don't know if she's making a separate ground beef, separate from that, or if that's all of what she's doing and putting it together in that.
No,
I don't know.
Brianna put all of her stuff together. Finally, she did.
Oh, she put it all together.
Yeah, while her stuff is simmering right now, yes, her ground beef, her sausage, and all of that is all in one pan right now, simmering. She just cooked them separately, but she did them all together. So that's why I meant like when I started at the beginning when I said Brianna cooked her stuff separately and Joanna did a one smack pan. So what I would have did was saute my veggies first. I add my herbs and a little bit of seasoning to that first. Then I would have started adding in my tomatoes and all of that stuff and let that start cooking down. And then I would have been cooking. Then I would have brought together my sausage and ground beef in a pan with the rest of everything got in there and started cooking it. So Brianna cooked everything separately. Joanna put it all in a pan, like her ground beef, her onions, her sausage, and everything, and she just went in one pan and just was sauteing everything together. You get what I'm saying? Brianna just did pans separately. So she did the onions separately. She did a ground meat separately. She did, and then she all together come. So if you got time for that, but I don't got time, I would have probably did what, I always do my onions and all that sauteing a little bit, not even al dente, because you're gonna cook it down more when it gets to mixing up your ground beef and stuff.
Brianna had drained her ground beef too, and I appreciated that. You could tell that Joanna didn't because you saw like how she had the oil in the middle of her pot.
That's one thing she did not do. She didn't drain it, and so the grease and stuff was still there. Yes, so that's why Brianna cooked her separately. What I mean that's why I would not do it in that way. Because then you start losing your onions and your peppers when you go to drain the meat.
Right.
Because then now you losing your onions and peppers and all of that stuff because you're pouring all of that together. So that's why Brianna did her separate. So that
Yeah, Brianna had a
I don't
great
know if I
color to
saw
hers too.
Brianna. I don't remember seeing her drain it, but I don't know. I don't remember seeing it.
She drained hers. I know somebody had asked her to, and I
Okay.
know Joanna didn't. Also too, I think Bree was playing it safe when she was doing the meat. You notice she didn't have it up like sky high, and because at first I'm like, dude, is the fire on? But I think she wanted to make sure that she didn't overcook it. You know what I mean? So I saw that. So I saw she was being cautious with that as far as that went. And then Brianna's had a very good texture and a very good color, and Joanna started coming around. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna go going forward. I saw that Joanna had a glass casserole dish, which I think is the better thing to use, to make it, because aluminum pan people can't see in between. But I also wouldn't kill myself to be doing stuff like, let's say, using fresh noodles and going to go get it freshly made or making it fresh. I personally would use the lasagna noodles that's kind of like pre-cooked, the kind of like cook faster ones. I would use those. And I'm not a huge fan. This is just me personally of ricotta cheese. Will I put it on there? Yes, but I don't like it. You know how some people just dump it on top and it is kind of like as thick as like your fingers going up like that. I'm not that crazy about it. So, but that's just me. So but I wouldn't vote bad against somebody if they slather it with ricotta just because I don't like it that way. You get what I'm saying? Because I know that that's my personal taste buds.
Okay, fine, it's fine. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. But I think that
you see what Vibrant said up here?
Says you can use paper towels to absorb the grease. No need to drain unless you are using a high fat content. Well, another thing too is if you use ground beef that's kind of has like the lean ground beef, you really won't have a whole lot of oil anyway. When you end up with a lot of oil, it's usually because you use like a 60-40 or a 70-30 versus an 80-20 or a 90-10.
So no, so when she was saying when Brianna was cooking it separately, but you don't cook. That's why I said normally you don't cook everything separately because you're trying to add all the flavors in, but the flavors won't lose anything because she is doing just to speak to you, Vibrant, because she is actually doing the long simmer. So she's cooking hers for 4 hours with everything in one pan. But certain things you don't cook separately because I would definitely want the onion, green peppers, and all that flavor going throughout my dish. I definitely want that going throughout my meat. So yes, but you don't use I would cook. I would definitely cook my sausage in my ground lamb or my ground beef or whatever you're using together. Because I want those two meats to get married together with a flavor. I need those flavors being consistent. And I need those once you start breaking down the meats and breaking them all down and together, I want them to combine together. So you're not tasting throughout the dish, you're tasting one of one. So you're gonna have both flavors together. So I would not separate the two, not at all.
Yeah, I think that because I know Chef King Roman said if the pot ends up going to, well, this is before they had cut it off, he was like, I would have to judge them professionally. And I said, if it was me, I would judge them professionally, even though they're not quote unquote professionals, but I still would judge by like how I see you working, whether I see you like cool and calm and you're able to deal with it. I think a lot of things I would give extra credit or, for, because I can't physically taste the food. But if you're disrupting or if you're judging other people's food during the contest, that person to me would be disqualified.
So, and that's the thing. Like you said earlier, I would not bring anyone on besides the cooks and the judges. That's it. There need not to be no one else come up on the panel at all, because one is money on the line. Two is content. They are allowed to judge from the chat. That's who's really judging. So they don't need to come up there to display their distaste or likes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely don't think it's room. But overall, I think Pizarro is doing a wonderful job with this challenge. Yeah,
I think it's a great thing.
She should break it out.
Yes.
Break it up and space it out so it could be epic, where people could bring their own game. As far as having people who sponsor other people, that's on their business. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Whoever want to sponsor somebody, let them sponsor. That's on them. And to all, I think it's a great entertainment. It's great entertainment, and it's a learning process for a lot of people.
There's only one other thing that I would add, and I say learning process because a lot of these women, and I'm gonna keep on saying it, they should know how to at least cook their basics. There's no excuse for any woman not knowing how to do your basics, some basic stuff. You should be able to take care of yourself to the point where you're not going to starve to death because you got to depend on Grubhub. What happens when you snowed in or it's a blizzard? You know what I mean? You should know how to do some little minor stuff, but not.
And I get it, but listen to this. I want to say this though. That is most of all in the food arena here on YouTube, Instagram, all of that stuff. We don't know how nothing tastes. You could just go by, try the ingredient. I always say, listen, just because they said 2 tablespoons, don't use 2 tablespoons. How you know you like 2 tablespoons of cilantro? Cilantro is a strong a strong herb. So is cumin is strong. All of these things, you don't know if you're gonna like 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon. All of these are the same as a contest. You don't know. People on here putting out recipes, make it to your liking. Just like you watch on TikTok. They being fancy, throwing all this sprinkled dust around and all that stuff. You don't know how much seasoning that is, but you know that that's a dish that you probably would like to taste. Right. You're not going to do that. You're going to actually taste your food. So you got to go on your taste pilot and taste as you go. That is so important with any dish and meal that you're doing. So right now we're just watching the contestants bring flavor to the table, to the dish, and see how it is presented. And especially if you made it. This is another thing with judges. If you haven't made this before, I don't know how you would be judging it anyway. If you ain't
That's my next thing. If you've never made it, or if you can't cook, then I don't know how you could judge something you don't know you don't know what it requires to make it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think another thing too, as far as the contest that I would say for the next time that I would like to see, this time I even though I said it, I understand the rules were already set, is to have a first place, second place, and third place winner, because it can turn into a popularity contest.
It sure can. And I was only saying first, second, and third when I said the contest, right? For me, and I did post that. For me, I felt like and that's only just me just suggesting. I said once it went to over $350 for the pot, I said the rest should probably go to, that's what I was thinking, to a second or third. split it up now. So the big pot was this winter, and then if you got over that, but I'm no look, that's on them. That I think they were trying to go with how they first started it and what it went to, but now after seeing that people are willing to increase the pot,
right. I think going forward, the next go round, whatever, because it can become a thing to where just because you win, which last time I do think it was fair and square, but I do believe that, like I said before, I believe the chat rep's dish, she did have the best color and she had the bubble, but I still voted for Rico because within my good conscience, I couldn't vote for her with the onions, because it wasn't chopped up or really anything.
And her garnish should have been parsley, not green onions.
Yeah, but
everything is garnish. You're safe with your dishes. You are so safe using chopped up parsley, not chopped green onions, unless you're doing like tacos and nachos or some ingredients that got to do with like chicken and stuff like that. But a pasta dish, no. Yeah, I would not definitely.
Yeah, I've never had mac and cheese with I've never had mac and cheese with onions.
Hey, still girl.
I've never had it with onions on top of it, but I don't think I would have held it against her if they were chopped up really finely and just kind of just a little bit across the top. Just like with Brooke, she could have put the marshmallows in. Nobody really had to know that it was put on there, but she smothered it on top.
Man, that was
it was yams,
That was no go for me. Listen, some dishes don't need fixing, and some dishes don't need recreating. You know what I mean? Even when they go into, and I'm not knocking her dish, like people who are making dishes adding on extra component, like Rick, he added in the
cream of chicken.
That is a casserole.
That's a casserole for sure. That's
not baked macaroni and cheese. I'm not saying that doesn't taste good. I don't think. I'm going to be honest with you. I may try that. I don't like casserole, but I may have to try that because I have tried cream of chicken in a lot of dishes that I didn't think about putting it in. I'm going to try just a small pan just to see what that's like. But I never thought of anything sugary in baked macaroni and cheese. I've never heard of sugary. Now, I have crumbled up some Cheez-Its.
I'm going to have to text somebody because I won't remember what it was. But Brooke said that she was going to make... Wait, did she say she was going to make lasagna and add French vanilla? Wait,
hell! Shut up, Shelly.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask somebody because she said it the other day. And I was like, do we need to rescue Malik?
Yeah, I remember you said that. No, you said she was talking about them baked beans and shit.
Oh, the baked beans. That's what it was. I couldn't remember what it was. Okay, thank you. Baked beans. Thank you. Baked beans.
Baked beans, girl.
The vanilla and sugar. Now, with the lasagna.
Wait, let me pause for you one time. See, Chef Fun is why I love cooking with sugar. Okay, I'm going to tell you. He is the sugar king of all sugars. He know I get on him all the time, right, Chef Honest Wine? Now, I gotta ask you this, Chef Honest Wine. Because you know you love your sugar. I got a question for you. Bruh, would you put marshmallows in your baked macaroni and cheese? Because he is the sugar king.
I put sugar in some of my stuff too. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, you see him give me some. This is we fight all the time. See, there ain't nobody putting no damn marshmallows in no baked macaroni and cheese. And I ain't got nothing against her like that, but that's just a no. It's just certain dish you don't play with. Don't play with my yo-yo. Don't play with my back. Look, some people be going too far. That's just like them putting them peas in the macaroni salad and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's
You mean
crazy.
like even with like potato salad and stuff, putting peas in it? I used to think that was gross too, until my friend made me something like
Peas
that.
and raisins and shit.
Yes, she's Panamanian, and they put peas. They don't put hot peas. They put cold peas, like the bag out the like the
And
freezer.
that's no longer, that is no longer potato salad or macaroni salad. Sorry, that's no longer macaroni salad. It's no longer potato salad. Shelly, you may have liked it, but it's no longer potato
Yeah, I mean, my
salad.
mother never did it. My grandmother never did it. But when she did it, and I was like, ew, girl, what are you doing? I'm like, peas and carrots. And she was like, yeah, it's good like that. And I was thinking it was going to be disgusting, and it actually wasn't. And the other thing that she makes that I thought was going to be weird is when she makes her coleslaw, which I do not like coleslaw at all. She uses ranch.
Ooh, chat. What?
And I thought that was going to be gross, but it's actually not, believe it or not. She's Panamanian. I don't know if that's just the Panamanian thing or what.
Listen, I got old. I'm from New York City. I have friends from all over the world. Okay. And that is, oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm ouch too. Jesus. Excuse me. But I got friends from all over the world. I love some of their dishes. I don't knock new dishes either. Okay? I don't knock new dishes. You forgot to defrost your meat, bitch. I mean, what?
Wait, what happened?
Demetra said she forgot to defrost her meat. You got time though. What time is it?
It's 6:19. I mean, it's a couple things she could do. I mean,
there's a couple of things you can do right now.
In the pan, or you could microwave and defrost and then put it in the pot, or you could put it in the pot. But that's,
get you some lukewarm water. Not hot. Not hot water. It gotta be still. Put it in some, and it gotta be more cold than warm. Don't you die. Don't die. You got this. You got
I'm gonna go with the
this.
microwave. She ain't got time to let it sit no water right about now.
Girl. That, you know, the microwave cooks. Y'all go ahead. I hear you over there typing away, Shelly.
I just, you claim I'm the only one with sensitive ears. Your ears are sensitive too. I say go with the microwave. Don't go with the bowl of water, because that's gonna take too long.
It is. The bowl of water is gonna take longer because they coming on at 6:30, right?
Yeah, so that's 10 minutes actually.
Ah! Oh, shh. Don't panic. Demetra, listen to my voice. Come back to me. Do not panic. Vibrant. Because I know Vibrant be over there doing her thing.
The only problem
the microwave is
pan,
I'm just biased with the microwave. So listen to Vibrant.
okay.
Demetra, you in here? Listen to Vibrant.
The only problem with putting it in the pan, and I'm not trying to make nobody stress, but I've seen people put it in the pan and then and because they're trying to rush it because it's frozen, and then it will overcook and it'll be like burnt on the outside. So I would microwave just this time for today, so she could be okay. I would microwave first and defrost, and then go to the pan, season it, and be done with it. By the time the show comes on, they wouldn't even know that you hadn't did that part.
You see Vibrant. I told you, look at Vibrant. Vibrant telling you what to do. No, don't run it under no hot water. No, fuck no. Don't run it. No. But you can just put it in the pan, but you're gonna have to constantly be shutting off. You
The
gotta
top roll.
constantly be there. If you put it in the pan, Demetra, you gotta constantly shut the top and the bottom. Every time you flip it, shut it, flip it, chop it, shut it, flip it, chop it. You can't play around with that. So that's
I just want the record to reflect that I am saying microwave. You go ahead, put it in that pan, but I've seen horror stories about people putting it in the pan at the last minute.
No, you can do pan. That's what I would do.
But you gotta keep watching it.
She gotta keep. She gonna have to work extra hard right now. So go work extra hard, Demetra. Put that in the pan and don't have it up high like you about to barbecue. Okay? You could do the pan. You just gonna have to keep working at it now. You gotta keep fry some and melt it down, shred it immediately. Don't let it get all browned up yet, okay? Because then you're gonna have different. Yeah. I was thinking because I wasn't watching the time. I didn't realize we had a few minutes. So yeah, that one water ain't gonna cut. That one water ain't gonna cut. But do the minute. Y'all give her the microwave. 2 minutes. Okay. Here you go. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Rose? You see how she said 2 minutes for every pound.
Now let me tell you something. Skillet, you better let them know when your nickname is Skillet and you saying don't go with the skillet, damn it. Skillet know what she talking about. Straight to the microwave. Come through, Skillet. Okay?
Let's go.
Come through,
Where's
Skillet.
my cooks at? Where is my cooks at over here?
Well, y'all cooks. That's the difference. Y'all cooks.
Vibrant do her thing. See, I don't like I'm against microwaves. So yeah, y'all
right.
good.
That's when if you're a person that cook every day, all the time, you can do that. But lasagna is already a thing that everybody can't make anyway.
Skillet, let's go. You heard her. 2 minutes for every pound of beef. How many pounds you got, Demetra? Let's get it. Hey, a snack is a snack.
Skillet, click the link. Come up here and give her some more tips for the couple minutes she got. But she still got it. She can go good.
We got 6 minutes. Come on, Demetra, get your ass off alive and start doing either one of those. Okay.
She said it's in the microwave already.
Oh, it's in the microwave already.
Yeah.
Lord, you got this. Calm down. Breathe. 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 You got this, girl. Am I still here? Did I cut myself off?
You still here. You just was cutting up just a little bit, but not too bad.
Let me see if this Miss Rose. Is this Miss Rose? Hold on, y'all.
Okay, did y'all see what Mo put? And Mo is a certified chef, okay? She didn't cook for Floyd Mayweather. I don't like to try to brag, but sometimes when it comes to my friends, I just brag. You know what I'm saying? She's a celebrity cook, okay? Woo. She said it needs to be defrosted, though. It's going to cook if it's, now on defrost instead of the regular one. That's
yeah, you got to remember that part. I told y'all. Is that you, Miss Rose?
Yep, it's me.
All right, Skillet, get them together because you see they try to jump me, Skillet, until you jump down and you say something.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, chat? Yeah, Demetra, so that in the microwave, however many pounds it is, you put it on. And you put it on in your microwave. Just think about it, y'all. The meat is going to have to cook anyway. So the microwave, that's just the quick defrost. And when you get to the center of it, you take it after 7 minutes per pound, you turn the meat over in your microwave so it can defrost from the inside out. Do it like that. Everything is going to be fine because the meat, you're going to have to put it in a pan anyway. So defrosting it quick ain't going to make no difference.
That's right. You got this, Demetra. Skillet said, put it in the pan. hand, bitch. Wait a minute.
Get that shit together. I'm rocking with Demetra tonight. I'm lit lane tonight.
Yes.
I'm
You know,
on lit
you gotta
lane
do
tonight.
the
I'm voting for her.
DD.
That's who I
Okay,
want to
see,
win.
yes, Demetra know at least the basics. Okay, she said
Right,
I
right.
got it on. She did defrost. Okay, yes, we got it. You got this, girl.
Yep, I'm riding with the lane tonight.
You got this.
Vibrant, I know before. Let me tell you something, Vibrant. You know, funny part, when I grew up,
Go
we
ahead.
didn't even have a microwave.
Does anybody know who the special person is supposed to hit the panel?
Oh, now that we say that, this is what I said earlier today, and I'm gonna say it again. I could be wrong, and if I'm right, feel free to go ahead and hit my cash app up, people. I believe it's gonna be Von Yvonne. I could be wrong, but I believe that's who it's gonna be. Unless it's Judge Ramsey, I just don't really see who's the big guest judge. But I think it's gonna be Von Yvonne.
It could be Miss Blessed.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it could be. Cause she ain't been here in a while.
But then they said today that they don't know if the person is going to be able to hang around. They said the person would at least be stopping by. So I'm not for sure. I don't know. But I think Von Yvonne, that's what my guess is on.
But who else could it be besides them two?
Nobody else.
Because everybody else is accounted for, at least I think.
Yeah. Because it's going to be, the judges, Nika, Food Junkie, and King Roman are judges. And then I didn't know that Rick is no longer in the competition because he had plans because, it's the Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So Granny Cook Good, I think she has stopped over there. So Granny Cook Good, she's a new person that's added. Brianna is a new person that wasn't in it the last time. And then Demetria wasn't in it last time. She is this time. So that's a new person. So that's 3 right there. And then you got Rico, Chat Rep, Uppity Negro Goddess. She's in it again.
And Demetra.
Yeah, I called Demetra already. It was one more. Rico, Chat Rep. And so I guess that's the 6, and then with the 3 judges and then Pizarro. So that's 10 right there on the whole panel.
Well, I'm putting my hat in the ring. I'm going, I want a potato salad contest. I want to blow everybody out the water with my potato salad.
You gonna host it yourself, or you want somebody else to do it and you just want to enter?
I don't know. I can do it, or somebody else can do it. But whoever do it, I want to enter in it, and I'll put some money in on the pot on the winnings.
Because we was talking about that earlier, and Kim was saying he wanted a man versus woman contest, and I told him, why don't he just do it? You know what I mean? Since Pizarro won't have
let's make a
men
potato salad. Yeah, let's make a potato. Who made the potato salad contest?
Well, that could be your idea. You could bring it to the table, potato salad, because that ain't something that everybody can make.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, no shade, but anybody can make meatballs. That's not even a good competition because anybody should be able to make meatballs. But potato salad, you got to know how to make it.
Yeah, and because don't nobody use pimentos in potato salad, and I was always brought up, you put pimentos in potato salad. And people don't even talk about buy pimentos no more in the store.
Well, you can't give them your secret ingredients now because they be listening.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. My bad.
I'm just saying because I'm for your skillet, you know what I mean? So I can put a vote in for you. Don't tell them your
Yeah.
little, your secret things that you want to put in there. Because we were talking about earlier people that use like peas and carrots and stuff. And I was saying that my friend is Panamanian. That's how she cooks hers, with peas and carrots. And I thought it was gross until I tasted it. And I have high expectations because my mother and my grandmother, they really know, as the old people say, they put their foot in it. You know what I mean? So
I cook with love. I cook with love. I cook with love.
Right. And that's true about everybody having their own method. Like with meatloaf, I don't know about anybody else, but I put A1 sauce in my ground beef when I'm, preparing it. I put A1 sauce, even if I'm going to make cheeseburgers, I put A1 sauce in the ground beef before it even gets cooked. And that's how I put it on the grill and everything. And it makes such a difference. You know what I mean? So you're right. Everybody do have their own little hidden thing that they use that maybe other people don't use.
And check this out, Shell. Next time you make a meatloaf, let me tell you this real quick. Maybe you ain't never seen this or heard of this. Take some cheese. After you make it, you loaf it up, slit it down the long way, and stuff it with cheese. Stuff it with cheese, and cover the cheese up, and let the cheese melt and bake all throughout the meatloaf. So use some barbecue sauce, tomato sauce and tomato paste. Whip that up, slather it on top after it's done. It's a meatloaf that it'll make you smack your mama.
And actually, I never did that with cheese in it before.
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier with the cheese and stuff. Because we were talking about people that like to add extra stuff. Just like I'm gonna say with my French toast. I don't know about nobody else. I put applesauce in the mix when I do my my
for
French
your egg wash, for your French toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinnamon, nutmeg.
So everybody got a little something extra.
Sugar. Yep.
Hey, Coach Sherry. Hey, honey. Hey.
I wonder if they on time. Let me check because it's 30 now.
Yo, listen, I'm so excited.
Me too.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm a foodie. Okay. I love me.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. I'm reading Snacks Meal. Pimentos is in relish skillet. I don't use relish for my potato salad. I go the old school way and cut up sweet pickles. I don't use relish. I cut everything up from scratch.
I like relish. I have tried it like that too. I think I messed up skillet. So you gotta go. Okay, I gotta come on your channel. You're gonna go live making yours because I think I messed up when I tried it doing it that way. Because I'm a pickle snob and I like the kosher pickles. I'm not into those sweet pickles too much, and I think I use a little bit too much of the sweet pickle.
Jill, I'm getting the hell out of here because the show is getting started now, and I don't want to miss.
On yet?
Yes, they are, girl, and I believe it's going. It's going to be good tonight, and I don't want to miss none of. I'm putting it on a big screen tonight, honey.
Right, I'm going to put it on my wall, y'all. We're going to head on over to the cooking lasagna challenge. I'm excited. Thank you so much, Shells, for coming up.
You're welcome. Right now, it's just her and Food Junkie on the panel right now.
That's what I said. They get live and kicking it.
No, they live. They live. Her and Food Junkie is up there talking, and she's been live for 5 minutes. And she's dropping a link and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Let's
so
head over.
Yeah, I don't want to miss none. I see y'all over there.
All right. See y'all later. All right, Jill.
Thank you so much, ladies.
You're welcome.
Y'all over there, and I'm excited. What you say, Vibrant? Save your pickle juice. Add your own cucumbers to it. Refrigerator, and voila. Yes, I do know that trick. I haven't done that yet, though. My grandma used to do canning and all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all chilling and hanging out with us. Yeah, we are, and I'm trying to go over here and check it out so I could post the link. There is a lasagna challenge going on. It's a contest. And Lord have mercy, the prize is good over there. And it's so exciting. So I'm excited for it. Hold on. Let me get this link. 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 And I am excited. I am excited. So I'm gonna post the link on my thing because I don't know what I'm doing over here. The hell I'm doing. All right, y'all. I'm gonna log off, but I'm gonna see y'all over there. Have a good one. Congratulations and best of wishes and luck to all of the contestants. Cook your heart out, make the delicious lasagna, and y'all go to my community reward. I'm gonna post it because I don't know. I'm having problems posting it here. As I always say, shout out to my replay gang. Thank y'all for joining me. And I love y'all. And with that being said, have a wonderful Labor Day weekend, y'all. Until next time, later.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away. Come chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an episodes I replay. Sit right next to you.
At the community board, y'all.